Are you rewriting your resume for every single role that you apply to? Spending hours tweaking it, changing the wording, and trying to match every single keyword? Let me tell you something. This is a recipe for job search burnout, and it simply doesn't work. I'm Danielle Bradley, and I'm a career coach for mid-career professionals. And one of the things that I hear most often is this: I'm spending so much time customizing my resume for every single role that I'm applying to, and it's exhausting and it's not working. Today, I'm going to share with you the master resume strategy. This is what we do with our clients. We create a master resume that is going to position them for their top priority target role. And once you have a resume like that, it only takes about 15 minutes, if that, to customize it for any particular position that you might be pursuing. That's it. 15 minutes, not hours. Let me show you how this works. The problem truly is writing a resume for every single job. So here's what most people are doing. They see a job posting, they read through it, and then they think, okay, I'm going to customize my resume for this posting. So they open up their resume, they start to rewrite their resume bullets. They're asking AI to add all the right keywords from the job description. They change the summary, they rearrange sections of the resume. And then by the time they're done, they've spent an hour, 2 hours or more customizing their application for that one position. And then the next job posting comes along and they do it all over again. Does that sound familiar? Let me know in the comments below. This is exhausting and it's not sustainable, especially if you're applying to several roles in a short amount of time. But here's the real problem. When you do this for every single position, you end up with 15 plus different resumes, and you don't even know which one is working anymore. You're constantly second guessing. Should I use this version of the resume? Should I use these bullets? And the reality is this: if you don't understand what goes under the hood of a resume that works, that attracts interviews to you, then it's not going to work. It's not going to get hiring officials' attention. But there is a better way. So let me explain how the master resume strategy works. This is part of what we do, by the way, in my signature program, the Get Hired Mid-Career Formula. Step number 1 is we research your target role. We don't just look at one job description. We look at multiple job descriptions that fit what you're looking for in terms of your next role, and that you also feel like you are qualified for. What do they all have in common? What are they asking for? What are the common keywords, keyword phrases, and results for the role that you want? So it's important to do that research up front so we understand what matters for the type of role that you want. Step number 2 is we create a master resume. We work to cover most of the things that they're looking for that are in demand and relevant for the type of role that's attracting to you. The way that we lay out that master resume, what we include and what we don't include, is very important. It's really designed to connect the dots for employers that you have the skills, the experience, the qualifications that they're looking for roles that are interesting to you. That's how you end up with a resume that's fully dialed in. Step number 3 is you can make some minor tweaks for specific roles. Once your master resume is done in this way, it's not going to require a lot of tweaks when you're applying to a specific position. It might take 15 minutes. That's what our clients tell us. 15 minutes to make some minor tweaks to your master resume to fit specific individual positions. And the goal here is to get all the possible check marks that you can in the top tier of your resume so that when they're scanning, they can see that you have the qualifications that they want. But you're not rewriting everything. You're not starting from scratch. You're making minor adjustments here. So what are these minor tweaks? Let me give you some examples. Maybe the job description for a role that you want to apply to talks about stakeholder management, and your master resume has wording about cross-functional collaboration. These are very similar things in just slightly different language. In this case, you would adjust maybe 1 or 2 bullets of your master resume and maybe add a skill in the top tier of your resume. Or maybe they're asking for specific experience with a tool or a system, and you have that experience, but it wasn't highlighted in your master resume because it wasn't that common for the type of role that you're interested in. Now you get to add it to that resume for that specific position and get that check mark. Or maybe that particular position, they care a lot about budget management, and you have that experience, but it's not that prominent in your master resume. So you can move that bullet up. These are really small tweaks. You're not rewriting everything here. You're strategically adjusting a few things to match what they're emphasizing. Here's why the master resume strategy is so effective. First, it's based on research. You're not guessing as to what they're looking for, and your master resume is already positioned for the role that you want. Second, it saves you a ton of time. You're not spending hours rewriting your resume. You're spending 15 minutes at the most. That means you can pursue more opportunities and you can really build that pipeline. That is how you can get hired faster. And third, it keeps you consistent. You're not constantly second guessing yourself. You have a strong master resume and you're making minor adjustments from there. This is what our clients are able to do, and it works extremely well. Now, if you want to learn more about how to position your resume so it stands out, I have another video on why hiring managers struggle to see your value and how to close that relevance gap. I'll link to that in the description below. That video goes a lot deeper in the positioning piece, which is really important for the master resume. Let me share a question that I got from Tracy in one of my recent masterclasses. She asked a question about our resume writing services, which is part of the Get Hired formula, my signature program. We have a resume writer that will refine your resume and take it to the finish line. So here was Tracy's question. How does the resume writer work if you're supposed to target a resume specific to a job description? And this is exactly what I told her. We don't write the resume for one job description. We research your target role. We identify what are the most common skills, experiences, and results that they're looking for, and that is what we base the master resume on. So Tracy, if you're watching this is for you. This is really effective. So here's what I suggest you do right now if you have been rewriting your resume for every single role that you apply to. Stop right now. Stop writing your resume from scratch every single time. Instead, do this. Go and find 5 job descriptions that fit your priority target role. If you mix and match roles, this is not going to work. It has to be based on your priority target role. If you're looking, for example, for a marketing manager position, you want to source job descriptions for a marketing manager. And then you can put those job descriptions through AI. Ask it to extract the top sought after skills, experiences, and results for these job descriptions. Of course, read through it as well. Make sure that it makes sense. It will identify what they all have in common, the skills they're asking for, the outcomes they care about, and the results that they are looking for. All of these things need to be in your master resume. With your resume bullets, you need to prove that you have those skills, that you have delivered those results with really tangible, measurable outcomes. That forms the basis of your master resume. Then you can go on to make the small tweaks that we talked about. This will not only save you hours, it's actually going to get you much better results. Writing a resume for every single job that you're applying to is not effective and it's exhausting. The master resume strategy is what actually works. Do the research up front, create one strong master resume, and then make small tweaks for specific roles. That's it. Do you want professional support for your job search and to write your master resume? If so, I'm offering complimentary strategy calls while we delve into your specific situation and see if we feel like we can help. We'll also talk about the best strategy for your specific situation. The link is below this video. Subscribe for more mid-career advice that works. And make sure to watch my video on the relevance gap. It goes hand in hand with this strategy. Link in the description. So tell me, have you been rewriting your resume for every single job? And how is that working? Let me know in the comments below.